Oh, hi. Anyhow, well, we're going to talk about James's 1974 C10 he calls Old White. And I've messed with this truck. The first time I saw it was 2014. He brought it to me just puking transmission fluid everywhere. So back then I pulled the Turbo 350 out, resealed everything, did a couple other things to it, put it back together. And he drove it on and off, and he never was super happy with it. He used to make comments about, yeah, it's hard to start when it's cold, or fuel economy stinks. It had a carbureted 350 in it and a turbo 350 trans, and you know, just not the best setup. It was a little bit wore out. And then one day he calls me and he says, hey, it's overheating and it's spitting oil out everywhere. And this was back in, I believe, 2018. And I said, well, let me take a look at it. And then time passed, and it sat and it sat and it sat. And then finally in 2023, we got to talking about something and we made a deal. And I said, well, we'll work it out and we'll get this thing over here. And I think it was probably 45 minutes later, it showed up on a trailer. Here he was, he's ready to go. Here we are staring at the bottom of this C10. It's pretty nasty under here. I put that torque converter in a long time ago. I think that was the first job I ever did for this guy. Resealed his transmission, but you can see this thing was just puking oil from everywhere. But yeah, just small block, dirty old crusty small block, draining the fluids. We'll get it all apart and then pressure wash the dog snot out of it. So it just looks like it was leaking from absolutely everywhere. We'll give you an update soon. Should have this drivetrain out tonight. Put your hand here, and that'll keep it from sliding back. Okay? I'm going to undo this, and I'm going to go to my side and do mine, okay? Holler if it's too much, okay? Okay. Stop it! Alright, here we go. Okay, 1 second. Okay, we're going to let it roll forward. Now lift. You got it? Okay, you can bring it down now. Okay, see the cart there? Yeah. We're just going to set it, just step on the other side there. Perfect. I'll be a little bit later.
Pull to your side.
Huh?
Pull to your side. Underneath your true balance.
That's it. It's just a little cart. Take it, hon. Got it. Good. This is all unbolted and ready to come out.
Nice.
Ouch! Don't sit on that latch. This should be the very last time that this thing has carburetor. Okay. go. Coming. Come on, buddy. You don't want to live in there anymore. Nobody loves you. Mm-hmm. Well, she's heartless right now, but that won't last long. So the whole deal was, hey, we're going to do an LS swap. And this is one of my regular builds. If you've watched a couple of videos on my channel, you know 5.3, it's hard to go wrong. 400 plus horsepower, 400-ish. This one's probably a little less. It's got a mild cam and stock exhaust manifolds. But it is a stock engine, completely. Stock crank, stock rod, stock pistons. Now we did go 30 over and we did go flat top on the pistons, so we're sitting roughly between 10.5 and 11 to 1 on the compression, so builds torque. And I went with a different cam this time. I decided to go with a Summit Stage 1 truck high lift cam. So it's real mild. We're going to try a new grind today. First time I've used this one. This is a Summit Stage 1, what they call a high lift. 209, 217 duration here. And lift is 550. We can give it a shot. Figured a little more lift. We'll clean this up, jam her in. So that's it. Short block's done. But we did that, a 4L60E with 2000 stall converter. I'm gonna carry these up real fast. One. Pull this spring off. Flank is possible. This is right here. No, there's a pump. I still work on both sides. Actually, heard the dealership. Dealership needs transmission brand spanking. Need to do a lot of stuff. Not everybody feels certain to ask questions. You can fix that, you can fix that stuff. You can actually modify stuff. You get a check. Nobody that's not the wrong thing. It's really cool. Let's play around, figure out stuff, try to see if we can fix that. And if you're a good fix, you can say, let's see what you do. And that's the end. Good thing. You fix it right here. That's not one. Do it all the way. Don't do it. Never gonna be right. Start out anyway, so and then find out later the wood. That's just it's back. That's why we do it. Yeah, that means we do it. Stop. Limit. There's a pin right here. You can pass it. 4L50E. And some more. Just not cooperating. I reverse, let's see what we look like there. Those are old reused clutches. Third, fourth is burned up. See how much space is in here? Mm-hmm. Yep, it is cooked. Let's see here. What happens when you get old and mad? Let's just pop this part real fast. That's what's friction. Wow. Let's bring that. Oh, bird. See that in there? Yeah. That clutch literally done that roof. It's supposed to be flat. Really? Yeah. It's flat. And every should be flat. That's it. Yes. Well, hang on. I think we're no. That's machine that way. But the friction is right on top of it. There's no way it should have steel there. Yeah. It should be built. It's just not right. There should be steel on top of it. So that pressure like a there should have steel on top of that. And then this. Wow, they put a what's called a Z-pack in here. So a Z-pack. I just recognized
That's what you take when you have a cold.
Exactly, but a Z-pack has extra. It's single-sided, so on every steel plate there's a friction on one side of it, and every friction plate there's a friction on one side of it. Yeah, see here, that plate has friction on it, which that would have been a steel plate factory. Let's see. This is forward.
Yep. Hold it in front of the other
Now
camera.
that
Up.
is
There you go.
pretty cooked. That looks like it was reused, possibly. And there's parts in here where it's like it's been gone through because this stuff is factory. So down there. Now.
So explain how you keep track of all the different parts as you're...
No, you just throw it in there. Figure it out. I guess. So this is U.S. patent number and all that stuff. I think this is the good Hardened Sun shell, possibly. That's cool. It's the good roller style clutch or planetary. But you look at this. See where that clutch chewed all that up?
Mm-hmm.
That's no bueno. It's a good thing I got pieces. See all that? That's where that forward clutch, that Z-pack part I was showing you, that's where it's eaten into that. It's something, sure. I'm just trying to see if it was gear wobble. That looked pretty good. It's been good. Smooth. Yeah. That's well. Yeah. So see that piece, this is what you usually have. Is that plastic with just place. That's old. Old factory clutch.
There you go. With that ringing, I feel like we're doing our meditation.
I know it, huh?
Yeah.
Feels good for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Woof. Yeah, that's cooked. Those grooves, that's done. That's done. The back half's done. I think I have a back half. I'm almost positive I do. Let's see here.
This is why you buy one that your dad works on all the time. It's got all the extras.
I've done quite a few of these over the years. Yeah, front half's cooked too. Let's see. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's done. El Junco! Didn't. Never mind. Look at this. Didn't even see the bottom part where it's all. It's nice there, or it's got different colors. Then it turns to a darker color and stuff.
Yep.
Those different colors. That's because I probably didn't replace it. It looks like they probably sold him a rebuild, which means we replace the parts that are bad and sell you a bunch of upgraded stuff that won't do any good unless you go through a full rebuild process. And I hate to say this, but honestly, that's what a lot of shops do. Just but let's see. That's a good pump front half.
It's got a rear on it.
Does it?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's totally fine. We'll use
No
this
gouging.
one. No gouging. We'll use this one. Okay, so you got it from here?
Yeah, I got it.
Check. Awesome. all stabbed in there, frame painted up and pretty last night. Get the trans put in next week, and then fix up the heater box and dial in some wiring. Moving right along. Well, we're back at it today on the firewall, and somebody put the HVAC box on this thing with seam sealer. So the box was all cracked and broken, so they just used seam sealer to build it up. And I tell you, this stuff is nasty, and I'm going to rebuild the box best I can, and then we're going to go for foam tape on this when we're done. So if you ever need to take it off, it comes off. Got most of it off, as much as it's going to matter. So there isn't any bulging out around that heater box, but that's all done. We'll get the heater box done here in a few. The heater box is done. Get the HVAC box, the evaporator core, and mount it out there. Nice mess. More mess. Flat black, beautiful. Small victory here. We got the heater box in and all the vacuum lines hooked up. I've got one vacuum line that was not hooked to anything that I got to fight with and find here once I get everything running. The recirc door, or the fresh air door, was just flopping. The whole vacuum pod was. That's all fixed. So, small victories. Like I said the other day, a little bit every day. AC boxes all together too. New evaporator. And I used some nice foam sealer on the seam there. And then here's where I fixed that piece. It's not the prettiest, but it's gonna be just fine. That's just epoxy that I built it up on there. And then once it's painted, literally this is all you're gonna see is that portion there. So I think it'll be just fine. Here's a look before we get that inner fender back on. Just painted it and gonna shove it in here. But while I was doing stuff, I noticed this. That's not supposed to move up and down. And it's so loose. So every time that goes up and down, you can see this tire is going to go in and out. So replace that idler arm. Should tighten it up. I do believe that's going to handle a little bit better. No more play. Excellent. One more thing down. The list gets shorter every day. Getting ready to start fuel system today. We got fuel lines running. You can see them hanging there. And I'm draining this driver's side tank. And I'm going to run the injection system off this driver's side tank. And the switch isn't there, the wiring isn't there, nothing for the dual tank system. So I'm going to put a switch on the other one because it has a pump. Not sure if you guys can see it, but it's right there. Just a Carter pump that it ran off of before. And we're going to set it up on that switch where it will, it'll just transfer from one tank to the other when you turn the switch on. So simple, easy, and we're done. Excellent. So that's the plan. So I'll drop this tank. We'll get some footage of what I do. Tank's out. We're going to pop the cinder out of there, and I'm going to try real hard to make everything fit right in that setup. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Fully modified. That's where our electrical is going to go through those two spots. And what I've got, I got these off the Jungle site, and they're a pass-through stud. There you go. So I'm going to use the factory feed for the return. There's my feed, number 6. And this is the factory vent, and I'll keep that. So there we go. Drop this in the tank, give her a quick test, and we're ready to go. Got everything all hooked up. I used these cheap fuse panels to wire everything, and it kind of looks like a mess, but once you get it all tidied up, it's good. So we've got all of our powers, all of our grounds, all of our triggers run. I have to bring up through here. I'll bring the fuel pump wiring up through here and along this branch, and that'll power the fuel pump. Then here's our wires we have to run inside the cab. TCC brake, that's torque converter clutch brake. So when you hit the brake, it disengages the torque converter. VSS, vehicle speed sensor, bring that inside there, so that will run the speedometer. Let's see here. We got the malfunction indicator lamp or check engine light, the tach, and we should have one that says, there we go, OBD2. And that's for your OBD2 connector. That's the communication. Then you know you're getting old when you wrap up some wiring like this and you set this on here to label it, and then you forget to label it. So I don't remember. So that's good. Then over here we got fan 1, fan 2. Kind of like thing 1 and thing 2. So we're going to be Dr. Seussing it up. Factory stuff we're going to clean up. All these goods here. That's charging and everything else. And this terminated down here towards the end, who knows, but that side there wasn't nothing in it, so that's wonderful. And then over here, this is starter, and then I believe he was probably having some issues with stuff, but that powers everything right there. That is the fusible link, and I'm not going to run it to the starter. I'm actually going to branch it out over here to the battery. I tell you, it's close enough that this may fire up today. We'll see. That's a little hopeful, but there's the mess we pulled out. That's a lot of junk. All right, here we go. We're about to hook up to the OBD2 port, and I'll show you that if the scanner fires up, gets power, I know I wired that portion right, and then we'll see if it communicates. Let's hope. Okay, before you hate on me, all this wiring here, except this one piece right here, was not me. So I'm going to clean that up later before we finish it up and deliver it. But here we go. We're going to plug in. Plugged in. Oh, look at that. That's good news. Oh. Look at that. It sees the computer, that's good. Now we'll read it. Okie doke. We got her all hooked up, got the line hooked up into the block. Got my gauge here, so let's grab that where we can get a better look at it. Let's see what we build here. There it goes. You heard it bog down. Woo! It's trying to spin my bucket around. There we go. You know, it's only on the stuff that you got to capture, like the one time, you know, the first time, got to get it, that things happen and you have these glitches. So my mic goes dead. Stupid mic. And I did the first start. Yeah, I got it on video. Can't hear a thing. Frustrating as all get up. I tell you, that's just... Come on. Anyways, we're going to fire it up again. Let's do this again. Day, steering works smooth as butter. And all right, man,
see it.
Okay, let's see if she goes into gear. I got no power brakes hooked up yet, but there's rebars. Forward.
She's moving under her own power.
That's cool. One more success.
All right, man, that's cool.
One more success and a mess to clean now.
Where does that leave us?
A little bit of wiring. Obviously put the hood back on. The fans aren't hooked up. The fan triggers aren't hooked up. Got to build an air intake.
The twin turbos aren't quite here yet.
No,
Those
they're
are
not
on
quite
order.
here yet. That's right. That's right. Yep. James came by the other day and he was pretty excited. So
Oh
he's
yeah.
not a super excitable personality, but he's pretty excited. Now you get to see the mess I made.
Man, what a beaut. She's purty.
That's a good looking truck. Sure.
Sounds all right too.
Yeah, it's like bass tune. It's running really bad, but it runs.
But it runs.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fired right up.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
I don't have no,
Ain't got no throttle,
pedal
man.
hooked up. Don't hook it up because it holds the throttle open and it revs to about 3,000 RPM. So,
Oh, it'll be all right.
yep.
Be all right.
Just back in, keep the dirt
Run
out
it.
of her. Yep. I had a fuel injector on number 1 that was clogged, so I replaced that, and that got it hitting on all 8, and then the transmission wouldn't go into gear. That was my stupidity, and that's fixed. And then let's see. That's about it for now.
Yep.
I got-
I'm over here right now so I can break something so you can fix later. I'm good at that. Yeah. All my stuff's always breaking, so. I got a pile of parts just sitting in the glove box waiting to be put on.
That's when you know you're a car guy. You know, you got all your junk. Your junk's broke, but everything else, all your friend's stuff works.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, my cars are in that side of the shop, buried under all this.
Speaking of, let's go look at the engine. We're about to drop this bad boy in. That's what I'm here for. I'm the muscle. I'm here for the muscle.
I don't know about
To-
muscle, but you're
Moral support, maybe.
maybe.
I'm here to watch and point and laugh. That's what I'm here for.
We're at least gonna get it prepped, the car ready to prepped and get it ready to drop in. Because I think I gotta hack the cross member for the pan I put on there. That's what you do. You know, when everything worked, you change it, so you have to change it more. There you go.
Man, what a beauty.
Yep.
She's gonna rip.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right. If I can just make it run and drive halfway decent before LS Fest, I've got just under a month.
Yep.
Maybe. All right, I'll clean my mess up and then we'll get moving. Blah. Gonna blow my shop apart.
Hey, but that's cool. That's party.
Yeah, that was pretty too.
I'll take 2.
Yeah, I think too. If Lewis would bring his over, we'd have 2 of them.
We would side by side. That we need to get a shot of that. One here and one there.
It's coming. He's gonna bring it for some stuff. We got a few little things.
Yeah, and complimentary too. The orange and the blue look good.
Yep. I think I'm gonna throw Poppy's patina on that without even asking the guy, just because it's so much bare metal. I think I'll throw it on there and seal it so it won't rust, because he doesn't know what he wants to do. But at least seal it up, keep the rust from going. Yep. Cool. All right, let's clean up. Everybody clean up, clean up. Going down, man down. All right. Okay, there's bolts. Where'd they go? Nice. They're not in there? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Okay. Yeah, just hold it. All right, well, hardware disappeared. It's a good thing I keep some standard stuff floating around. Okay. Hold it back here with your hand. There we go. Slide it forward on the pin. Well, this 74 has been giving me a tad bit of a fit, and trans is out. Fluid looked great, but it wasn't shifting right. So I said, well, I checked everything, electronics, hooked up the scan tool, started tearing it down, looking at everything, and couldn't really find a whole lot. My data was showing everything was working like it was supposed to. I'm looking for my part. Oh, there it is. But we got the trans all tore down. I completely tore it down last night, and everything from that point down is in perfect working order. I got this stack up here set up, and that's in good working order. But I don't know. Might have a valve body issue. I'll dig into that a little bit more. Trans issues with old white here, and I've been fighting this for quite a while. I pulled the trans out, went through it again, and created a whole different problem. And I do believe I've got a bad valve body. At first, it had second and sloppy third, where it was just didn't feel good. And you'd think you'd have no power to a 4L60E because it'll go in limp mode and have third only, but you can put it in manual second, and that's usually your only 2 gears. Wasn't the case. Got power to it, got ground. I'm testing the wiring right now because the trans is back out. Built a whole different transmission for it. I had another core sitting around, went ahead and went through it. It's all new again, same modifications, everything. So hopefully if it's a valve body issue, we'll be able to narrow it down. If everything works, we'll know. But I'm going to go through some electrical troubleshooting, and if you hear some noise in the background, it's because it's a little chilly outside and I got my heater going. So this redneck contraption over here, you can hear it popping and warming up. That's my waste oil heater. There's the trans I took out, and I figured out, let's make good use of it. That'll make good step stool. Now I'm up here where I can work. There's the new trans all built, ready to go. B&I torque converter. Got a Transgo shift kit and a few Sonex goodies in it. Whoa! That'll run your day right there. Whoa. Hey, if you got oil on your feet, be careful. You can fall. Slip and fall hazard. There you go. Here's where we're going to start. Pin 2 on the red connector. Brown wire. TCC control solenoid. So let's change. Let's go over here, and if you go down to the bottom right here, TCC solenoid valve control, and that is pin T, is it not? Yes, pin T is right there. Oriented, there's pin T, and let's see. I hear that. I don't know if you can hear it from here, but yep, we've got continuity. That's good. I do believe I might have been chasing something that I shouldn't have been doing. Sometimes lack of sleep will cause stupidity. Now, I've been in this business 30 years, and I do a lot of wiring, a lot of electrical work, tons. I've built multiple LS harnesses, and you can hear by that beep right there that I got continuity, okay? We got continuity. What I'm supposed to be on right now is pin, I think pin U, okay? It's pin U, all right? That would be this one right here. Right there, second one over. Right now it is on pin A. Hello. Hey, it's Brian. Yeah, Brian, what's up? Well, had a problem with one of the harnesses you put together for me. You know, you did one a little while back. Yeah, I remember building you harnesses. I've built you lots of them. Yeah, I know, you've done quite a few, but this one was giving me a fit, the latest one you built for me. So what was it doing? The transmission was doing weird stuff, and I had the transmission in and out fighting what I thought was a mechanical problem. And, okay. What it ended up being was two of the pins in the transmission side of the harness were reversed. Well, you got it figured out, so, you know. Sorry? Sorry, that's it? That's all you're gonna do for me? More than sorry, what do you want? You know, you got what you paid for. Guess I'm not sure what to say about that. Some people. It's ridiculous. I got more to build. Let's go. You know what I deserve? To listen to that all day today. 12 hours all day. I've been chasing a problem all this time because maybe I'm dyslexic. I don't know. Hey. Anyhow, I'm going to take a deep breath. Probably pound down an energy drink because it could be a long night. Maybe even get something to eat. And then fix this wiring. So, I'll be back. They decided. That's awesome.
Hit it.
Okay. That's the same mufflers?
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
boreless.
that's a completely different sound.
Oh, yeah. Got you doctored up, prettied it up a little bit. I got this all painted. Got you all your rust. Left your tool up there.
Oh, wow. Oh, I like that. Wow. That's nice. And so...
Man, look at you, speechless.
well, pretty much. I mean, the Ford truck sat there for 3 years.
I know it.
So is it faster than the Vic?
I don't know. Let's go for a ride and see what you think.
Wow. Oh no, you don't want to blow off the tires before we get home. Speaking of
First,
speaking of
second,
tires.
first. They're so bald. I was like, let's see if it'll do a burnout. So it does. It does. It does. Yep.
Okay. Ooh, and the hard shift.
And the sloppy steering.
Oh, well, no. I just don't know how to act. I really don't know how to
They're all sloppy, aren't
Yeah.
they?
I mean, mine's real bad in my 68.
Head right, and we'll go up here, and then we can just turn around and come back.
Anything I gotta be watchful of?
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I love the shift. Considerably better. Dog.
Speedo's dead on accurate. I checked it with GPS.
Wow. Put the shift kit in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I built the trans completely, so it was an old burned up cord.
I love that shift kit.
Yeah. It's a truck, it'll be fine. Sounds pretty good. I think we have
Always.
another satisfied customer.
Always good to have good customers drive off and punch it a little bit.
That's right. Well, that was a great end to that project, and other than that transmission issue, it went as well as could be expected. Now, that guy who built that wiring harness, you better watch out for him. Now, the reason I do these things and the joy that I get out of it is the look on the customers' faces when they pick them up. And I tell you, James was pretty excited. That was great to see. But we got to remember to do things for the right reasons. And Colossians 3:23 says, "And whatever you do, do it heartily as unto the Lord and not unto men." Have a great day.